Hello, so I'm feeling a lot better from last week having the week off from job searching and job applications and interviews and things. But this week is a new week, and actually this week I have an interview to prepare for. I actually got the news on Friday, so it wasn't a week completely off jobs because, I got called about an interview, which is great. So this week is going to be spent preparing for this job interview. I'm also going to be doing some more personal project stuff as well. I don't want to go fully back into it. I don't want to go from one extreme to another. So yes, I've got a job interview to prepare for, so that's exciting, and yeah, that's good. So yesterday was not an ideal day. I basically just got a bit overwhelmed and started procrastinating. So I didn't really get a lot of job interview prep done. So today I'm just doing a bit more. This morning I'm going to spend some time doing some more job interview prep, and then I'm going to do some more personal projects again this afternoon just to balance out a bit. So yeah. I am actually quite looking forward to this job interview, actually, because it is probably the first time where a company has made sure to meet my needs almost. So basically, after I was diagnosed with ADHD, I felt a bit embarrassed. I wasn't really able to sort of come to terms with it for a while. And when it came to applying for jobs, I sort of ummed and ahed, and I was sort of two minds about whether I disclose that or not, and I wasn't really sure if I should, because I've had bad job experiences in the past of how people have reacted or to how I've functioned. Even though I didn't know that I had ADHD then, I've still had sort of comments from people about some of the things I now know to be ADHD symptoms. So I wasn't really sure about whether to disclose it or not. And when I was in third year, I was applying for part-time jobs, and I had an interview, and I realised that I was, for lack of a better phrase, sort of very ADHD in my interviews. It was very present and very obvious to me, anyway, that I was. I guess because obviously especially at that point, I hadn't had very many job interviews in my time, so it wasn't really something that I knew how to go about, and I wasn't really very good at, masking my ADHD or sort of toning it down maybe. And it was something that was very, very present, and in this job interview I feel like I came across very chaotic, for want of a better phrase. It basically, because of my symptoms, and lack of focus, everything like that, because to me, I think it looked that I came across ill-prepared for this job interview. And so I came out of that interview thinking, gosh, I was very ADHD in the interview. And then I decided from that I was going to disclose it from the offset, because obviously ADHD affects how I work, and it also affects how I interview. And so when it came to applying for graduate jobs, I was very much I'm going to disclose that, let them know from the get-go that I have ADHD, because I didn't want to go through the whole job interview process and then get a job and then be like, oh yeah, by the way, I have ADHD, because it's, I don't know, obviously, like I say, it impacts how I work, of course, and it also impacts how I interview. So I decided from that moment that I was going to disclose it. So every graduate job that I've applied for, I've mentioned that I have ADHD, and a lot of them, they say it has a tick in the disability category, because obviously ADHD is considered a disability under UK law, so it is a disability that I have, and it's something that I should, I guess, disclose, or I felt like it was best for me to disclose that. And so, like I say, every job that I've applied for, I've mentioned it, and this company that I'm preparing to interview for is the only, no, it's not the, it's one of the only companies that have said, oh, I've seen you've got ADHD, and asked me what my accommodations are to make sure they can meet my needs throughout the process. So I say it's one-off because I had another company that called me to be like, oh, you've mentioned you have ADHD, what are your accommodations? And I wasn't really prepared for that question, so I didn't really sort of know how to articulate that in that moment, so I didn't really come across very well in that. So I just basically went, oh, I don't have any, and then consequently didn't do well in that interview. I can't say that's definitely why, but anyway, so this company, they emailed me to ask me what my needs were, and so that gave me a chance to write it down and then sort of format it into an email sort of format, and then let them know what my needs were. And then they rang me to sort of discuss what I'd said and what they can do to accommodate that. So that's made me feel quite positive going into this interview, and I feel like it's a refreshing change to actually have a company be like, oh, we noticed that you have these needs, we want to meet them. And I feel like, obviously, I haven't had the interview there, I may not even get the job, but I mean, going into it has made me feel a lot better knowing that they've considered that I have additional or different needs to, you know, a neurotypical person for applying for a job, and to make sure that they meet those needs and to sort of meet me halfway, because they've given me a different type of interview that would hopefully meet my needs better than what they would have given me in originally. So I just wanted to come on here to talk about like a company that will consider and meet your needs. Also, having the confidence and the ability to say through the interview process or the job application process, I have these different or additional needs, and these are what my needs are. Having that confidence to say these are what my needs are and make sure that your needs are being met, and also finding a company that is willing to consider that you have different needs and to accommodate for that is just, I think, important. I think it's an important topic that needs to be discussed, and it's not really something that I guess I've had any guidance on. So yeah, that's what I have to say really. So yeah, I feel like that in and of itself, just them contacting me about my needs and what they might be, has given me a lot more confidence going into an interview than I feel like I would have, because I feel seen almost. I feel like I feel like I have been almost acknowledged that I have ADHD and I work differently. So yeah. So we are going to turn this parents for a few days, and I still want to be doing like job interview prep, but I can't take my laptop because basically the hinge is broken, so if I move it, it will break. So I've got a few things to take. So I've got this big bag that I've got to put everything into. The reason why is because I wanted to take my CV with me so I can sort of revise my CV, and I've got it in this big wallet. So the only bag I have for this wallet is this big bag. So the things I'm taking with me to prep for my job interview are, I've got this notebook. After I finish uni, it's basically my graduate job notebook where I write all my notes about what jobs I've applied for, where I do like job interview research about like the companies and job research and stuff like that. So that's what this notebook is. And then I've been taking notes on this particular company's, like on the job description, on their like about the company, their strategy, their values, like the progress for their carbon net zero action plan. So I can revise my notes on them, and then also myself this weekend. So I've got this notebook for that. And then obviously I've got my pencil case, and then if I guess if I get bored of that or just tired from looking at job interview stuff, I need to have a break up, then I've also got my book. And then this notebook is also for this book because it has exercises in it to do. So that's what this notebook is for. That's why I bought this notebook. And that's what I was doing the other day. And then my tea. So I'm going to take a few tea bags with me for this weekend also. I don't know how many I need. I mean, I won't probably need this many, but I'd rather have more of a selection than I need than less. I mean, it's only going to be a few days, but so that's probably all I need. But I might put in some pepper as well. Yeah. And we're going to remember all of these tea bags look the same, so I'm not even going to remember which one's which. Oh well, I'm quite excited. We're going on this like light trail thing. I've not done that before, so that'll be exciting. So yeah, because I won't be with my computer and I want to prep for this job. I've got my notes for my job interview prep to take with me over these next few days because I won't be able to take my laptop. I use Notion for basically everything. So I have a lot of notes that I've written on Notion as well, which I also have on my phone, so I can revise those kind of notes, like more specifically about what the job description is and everything. I've just copied that into my Notion so that I can check that over and then check it with my CV and then prepare myself for this interview, basically. So yeah. So I might try and get some videos or some photos of this light trail and add them into this video, but if not, I will say goodbye here. I hope you have had a good weekend, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.